To share with you today about their experiences are Molly Udy, Garrett Eisenbrandt, and Danny Pitsley. So Molly, Danny, and Garrett, if you can make your way forward to the podium, please. They are going to share with you their reflection.
So I'm very nervous, so bear with me. But what I wrote about Leadership Youth is, I think the biggest thing I have gained from Leadership Youth is the number of role models I now have, as well as my newfound confidence. Being in this program truly made me realize that everyone has their own path and journey, and that if we can overcome our personal struggle, we can succeed and be happy. It reinforced the idea that everyone can be their own individual person, but when brought together into a group, so much can be accomplished and learned. I feel that my most memorable experience in Leadership Youth was getting the opportunity to tour the deaf school and see how the deaf students tried to communicate with us. I have never learned how to speak sign language, but seeing the eagerness of the students really made me interested in them. Visiting the deaf school and seeing all that they do for the community, such as the haunted house in October, made me really admire them, as well as reminded me of my dream to become a teacher. My biggest role model that I've gained is Scott Sadler, because even though we have had few conversations, I learned a lot about how to be successful. He created his own business and made himself something out of very little. He did that through the mentors that he had and that showed him how to accomplish what he dreamed of doing. I truly could relate to every single word he was saying, and he taught me that I can make something of myself. He is what gave me my newfound confidence, and most importantly, he taught me that I shouldn't be intimidated to meet new people and really dive into conversation with them. Before entering this program, the idea of networking and shaking people's hands, and public speaking, really scared me, as well as talking to business people or authority members. Although I was outgoing, I had a hard time connecting with people who weren't my peers. Leadership Youth forced me to come out of my shell and learn how to network by Kathy's methods of sitting by new people each time and speaking publicly after every session. Although conquering these fears was difficult, after completing them, my confidence only grew with the support I had. Next year, I plan on attending PSU. This is a huge step for me because I never thought I would go to college, let alone a four-year university. Little did I know that all I needed were skills that I have gained through programs like Leadership Youth that have taught me to be confident, meet new people, and given me tools to make a positive difference as well as be successful and happy. If it weren't for people like Scott, Kathy, and all the others involved in Leadership Youth, I don't know that I would have a plan for next year. Not only have they given me tools to achieve my dream, but they have shown me a path on how to get there, and for that I am truly grateful. Thank you.
And this is what I wrote about my experience. My 2 years with Leadership Youth have just flown by. It is hard to believe that it was my sophomore year that someone approached me about applying for Leadership Youth. At the time, I had no idea what that meant. But I'm always game for a challenge and leadership opportunities, so I decided to apply. The title of the application read, Salem Chamber of Commerce Leadership Youth. I still had no idea what the program was all about. I finished my application and turned it in, still not totally sure what I was signing up for. Weeks later, I found out that I was accepted. I also found out that I had to wait several months to learn what the program would be like. It wasn't until our first meeting that I got a feel for what the program would entail. It was a 2-year program. The first would be spent at the Salem Chamber, learning about our community, its business leaders, and the role leadership plays in a community. We honed our skills in public speaking, professionalism, network, college prep, volunteer work, and teamwork. We saw firsthand how all of these skills are applied in the real world when we visited community businesses like Don Poncho, the Oregon Hospital, the Elsinore, and the Sternwheeler. We did exercises to improve our public speaking, leadership, and trust in a group situation, and business professionalism at the chamber luncheons. The greatest impact of this experience has been my second year in the program. and my experience serving on the Salem Electric Board of Directors. I couldn't have asked for a better fit, as I would like to study engineering in college. And actually, I've just decided on Oregon State. So. It is very interesting to see behind the scenes of a co-op organization such as Salem Electric. I appreciate the board making me feel welcome, including them in their discussions and encouraging me to speak up in front of the group. The experience of serving on the board is like nothing I've ever done before. At first, some of the technical lingo went right over my head, but I have adapted and can follow most of the discussion. It is interesting to see the decision process and the thought that goes into some of the board's decisions and how they will affect the direction of the company. After 2 years of leadership youth, I can confidently walk into a room of people I don't know and feel comfortable. I won't have to worry about how to act when I meet new people, but instead feel comfortable in any situation. I appreciate all the opportunity that I have received from everyone at the Chamber and Salem Electric, and all those who make this such a great program. I know learning how the business world works has prepared me for the future and will serve me and all the other student participants well in the future. This has reaffirmed my love for the business world and made me think of career choices that would involve business aspects. It has always been important to me to give back to my community, and I have always had the opportunity through school and different extracurricular programs. Leadership Youth has introduced me to adult community members who have continued to give back throughout their lives. They have inspired me to remember that no matter what you do, there's always something simple you can do to help others. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danielle Pitsley, or Danny, from McNary High School. Over the past 2 years being in Leadership Youth program, I've grown as a person. I think that the first year was filled with a lot of fun, learning, and has given me a new outlook on our Salem community. This year, I'm serving on the Kaiser Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I couldn't be where I am today without Leadership Youth. I think an important part of the program is making memories and impacting our lives as well as others. I've been able to meet some great people who otherwise I would have never met. Not only was I inspired by all of the great adults who run businesses, but I was inspired by my own peers. After creating so many memories, I think it's hard to pinpoint just one. I think that the one field trip that may have stuck out the most to me was our trip in 2012 in December. We went to a retirement home and were able to share the Christmas spirit with the folks living there. I think that this was a great way for all of us kids to give back to the people in our community. Not only was this just about giving back, but it was about making connections. I got to spend lunch with some amazing women, and I got to hear about their lives. One of the ladies shared with my table that her family doesn't really visit her often. She then thanked us for brightening up her holidays. I think that the Leadership Youth is helping change the community, and all of us teenagers are able to make an impact on people's lives. Now that this is my second year in the program, I'm able to spend 1 day a month, maybe more, with the Kaiser Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. By serving on this board, I've seemed to find new visions for my life. I've been able to learn about all of Kaiser's events and businesses. Along with being able to learn more about our Kaiser businesses, I've been able to get to know the business owners. I think a part of what's great about serving on a board is that I'm able to be treated like the other adults. I'm able to be a part of the Kaiser community, and I love it. I think by attending these meetings, it's helped me love the city of Kaiser even more. All of these people are doing great things to keep Kaiser moving forward, and I hope that one day I'm able to help them even more. Having lived in Kaiser my whole life, I've learned to love and appreciate the city. This experience has given me new visions for my life as well. I've learned what I love to do, and I think that my future career, I want to do something to help others and build a community. After reflecting on this experience, I think that I'm impacting our community by giving back to others. After going to the retirement home and the Union Gospel Mission, I've been doing my best to donate things such as clothes to locals. I also took the opportunity to serve a few meals at the Simonka Place in Kaiser. I think that everyone can easily make a difference in someone's life, they just have to get up and do it. Overall, I'm very thankful for getting this experience, and I hope others get to have this for many more years to come. It has helped me find something I love, and I think it has impacted my life tremendously. I plan on using this experience as a great reminder to keep the spirit of Salem alive, to give back to our community and the people living in it. Thank you.